Dzień dobry. Dziś spotykamy się w związku z projektem performatywnym realizowanym w ramach działu Site Specific. Projekt ten jest realizowany w ramach Centralnej Sceny Tańca w Warszawie edycji III. Kuratorką działu Site Specific jest Paulina Święcańska. Organizatorem tych wszystkich działań jest Fundacja Artystyczna Perform oraz Mazowiecki Instytut Kultury, a współfinansowanie zapewnia miasto stołeczne Warszawa. Dziś porozmawiamy o projekcie Teraz, jest, przestrzeń, kiedy, jesteś, o geografii osobistej i wspólnej obecności, którego autorami są Svitlana, Pashko oraz Drago. Hello guys. My first question is not about performance, but about you. You are choreographers, dancers, and how long do you work together, and how is your experience in site-specific projects? Hello.
Hi. We meet again. Yeah, we touch again. We've been working together for 6 years now in different types of projects, artistic projects, like a wide array of artistic expressions we cover. And site-specific performances have a distinct flavor and engages with the audience and with the space in a way that is very interesting for us. Yeah, we like this exploration, and like diving into the space with this group we had in Warsaw was a fantastic experience for us right now. We still have the echoes of this going on. We are still having this motion. We just finished like some minutes ago, so we still have these echoes in us.
Okay, and we're talking in day when we celebrate the birthday of Palace of Culture and Science in Warsaw. And we, after your performance, and we presented this performance next to Palace of Culture and Science. Why do you choose this place?
Yeah, first of all, that this today is the birthday of this place. It's really unexpected. We didn't know. It was a magic. It was something like, you know, when you're in a flow or something, the things just come together in a beautiful way. Yeah, we didn't know about it. And why?
Because in Poland we are talking about this palace. This is the symbol of capital city of Warsaw, but this is the symbol of history. What do you think about it?
Yeah, so we didn't plan for this specific event, but we knew we wanted to involve the space and the audience and the society. We wanted to leak this artistic act, however we call it, to leak into what we call public life, and the public life to leak and feed the energy of the artistic act. So to kind of blur the boundaries between where is the performance, who is the performer, and who is the spectator, not to have that delimited again. So we went around to check some spaces when we arrived, and we like to feel it. So there were other candidates, but ultimately we felt this place where people were going in and out from the Palace of Culture, and a lot of things were happening here. So there's a lot of history, there's a lot of meaning, there's a lot of memory and emotion that attaches, and different kind of tensions pulling to this space. So then it's about how you approach this performance. It's not like adding another thing, because it's full of artistic things happening here, but how you enter in a dialogue with the space and with the people. So this was what was driving us, and I think we came to
we as well. I don't know. We wanted to make peace as well in terms of this building. We heard a lot of words that it kind of went through I don't know how to say, lots of what to do about this. It's, you know, the symbol of this and the. And also our intention was some kind of offer to the space, a prayer, you can say. Oh, it's our prayer to make peace. You also know that we are from Ukraine now, and the peace is very...
It's very important
for us, inner peace of each of us. So this was our mutual prayer. We tried to do, like, not through the shapes or something, but we really tried to get to that state of presence with our group. And do not, like, after spending these months in Ukraine, we cannot pretend anything anymore. We cannot pretend shapes. Lots of things are not, doesn't matter anymore. It's lots of things that just disappear. Like there is, I don't know how
It's shapes the way we do things, and we are carriers of meaning. Yeah. So what meaning is there in what you do? Otherwise, the war and everything what's happening with globally now, it puts you in perspective and investigates like what's behind what you do, what moves it forward.
Somehow it's like this, we finally need to stop this war. I'm not talking about this war physical, but it's like inner war of each of us inside.
The conflict.
Because this is what outside, starts inside of each of us first, and then it's manifests outside. So we have to find that peace inside of us. And this was the most important during our work, just to find that presence, essence.
And it was this process, because we come together with people we don't know, and we connect. We have this limited time, but in that time we can dive into a different kind of time internally. And this week for us, for all of us, was so transformational, because we connect and we harmonize with each other, and then we harmonize the space, and we convert the energy that's entering that. So is one phrase that emerged in this process was, everything touches everything else. And this was resonating now in the performance, because this is how we feel now. And we hope this touched something there, because we are touched by the process. So this is what we put in the space. We call it artistic act, we call it artist, but it's just being human. And it's a humanhood.
Humanhood, I like.
In a collective expression. Like, okay, we are movement. So we like to be in motion, because life is motion, and is moving forward and in togetherness. So this is why we are here, but tomorrow we'll be back in Ukraine, and it's a dynamic, and there's a lot of uncertainty, but we try to keep the axis and the certainty in our state. Because physically we might be here, maybe not, but how we are, what Sveta said, every second now, it's very precious. So we taste it differently, and in the process with people, we taste it differently. So it's an honor.
And could you tell more about the title of this performance? Because in this title is when you are.
Now is a space.
Yeah, now is the space.
When are you?
Yeah.
When are you? Now is a space.
Yeah.
Not this space,
Yeah. It's interesting.
There's a space of where we meet now, in dialogue, in heart, somewhere. There's so many lines.
For this project, there was open call, and you didn't know who go to you and who will work to you. What do you think about it? And what do you think about your participants in this project?
We give them a big hug.
This is a group of angels. I call them angels. I really feel these people get together for a purpose, for some meaning. They're so amazing. And Yeah, we didn't know, but we kind of choose to work from this place where you don't know. So you have to be present and see how space unfolds, because it's difficult to prepare something in advance if you don't know how many, what, and also, yeah, if you're really present right now, you just, everything happens in a moment. Each moment is taking care of itself. I like to say that, and we just trust that we already have that all. We know what to offer, we have some experience, and we trust the space each time. Yeah.
Yeah, and let's talk about method and technique of your work, because you were a guest of Warsaw Flow, Festival of Contact Improvisation, and do you use contact improvisation in your work very often? Yeah?
So we had a CI workshop before this project, and even some of the people who came to the workshop then came to the project because we wanted a continuation.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And also for us, how to say, because we have these different expressions, but it's the kind of the same thing, giving life to the same thing in different forms, the same kind of principles. But it's also interesting to see how we shape that into something else. So for us also, it was a continuation of the journey. Something else, it's always a challenge.
It's always a research, a search, an experiment. You never know.
Yeah.
So it's like constant search. It's never ending. It's like contact improvisation. It's like a constant search of how you move together with someone in the space. So it's just, no matter how much experience you have, you are looking, you are searching, you are.
And you are learning from the people as well. So we didn't come with a frame to put there and we fill it up.
We wanted to make together because there are so many amazing movers and dancers in our group. It's like it's a mutual process to really, it's not like we are teaching them something. We just create a context in which we can build something.
Create a context.
We make a pot.
Like you see, you have to be aware that you are in the space and you can perturb a space.
We can accept.
And we accept it. It's nice. And you work with this, and it's alive.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes people cannot not enter that space.
Yeah.
So what you do? We welcome it. Okay. Have to be inclusive, more inclusive, bigger, vaster.
But yes, the contact improvisation is very important tool we use in our work.
And in this performance, contact improvisation was very important, or not?
Was there as it was just as a body
touching,
you can lean on.
Yeah.
It's always there. It's always there, and it gives a support, and it makes the actual this concept of touch. Everything touches everything else. It gives a very obvious physicality to it. So it was not dependent on contact.
Yeah, in our group there were people who did not do it before at all. Like some did not really.
Yeah, and it was for them even more. Yeah, they discovered a new world, and we discovered together with them also. So because this is what we discover things. We don't even find or search or create things. We just discover. It's already something there that you can see, and you unfold. You take the veil off.
Yeah.
So it's already there, because otherwise it's a lot of mind that's full of art made with a lot of mind in it. So maybe come a bit more soul in it as well. I know it's big words, but we don't shy away from big words anymore. Like the space teaches us not to shy away from it, not to be big as humans, as spirits. Yeah, so we don't shy away from this anymore. Yeah. The artist is just a mediator, just the channel.
Yeah, you conduct, you transmit. Yeah, so the most, like what we did, we just basically tried to find a way how we can get into the state where you can just conduct. This is the word, no?
Medium
conduct something which comes to you right now, right here in this moment. For this place, why are you here? It has a purpose. Maybe the movement, maybe the voice, but you have a purpose right now, right here. And if you're not here and now, where are you? Who is capturing your attention? That is the question. Or who or what?
And in your performance, people write slogans on the ground. Yeah, what it is? What is the slogans?
Some words, some texts that work as an activator of a different kind of motion.
It's a question of...
Because it's word, logos. It's also movement. So we work with movement on different layers. Word sound is also movement. This is movement. That we watch each other now is movement. We touch with the eyes. We
with
touch
attention.
With attention. Yeah. And we try to pull the tension from the attention. Yeah, so something that was written, one of the texts is, I think, just because you don't see it, it doesn't mean it's not there. Or it doesn't exist. So, yeah, there were a lot of investigation and question and this inspiration. And these phrases that maybe click somehow internally.
Yeah, and did you see a reaction of people in this performance? And what do you think?
We felt it more when we see, because we're engaged in it.
Yeah.
And I thought, I think it was an involvement, not just as a watcher, bystander from there, but it was a communication, a line open. Yeah. And if they went somehow touched, it's something there in their plane of consciousness was touched, moved, then good. It was good work. It was a good day work. Yeah.
Yeah, and you work in other place, no, in a Palace of Culture and Science. And do you see a different in other place?
You mean other place in the world?
Space.
Like,
yeah. Because you work inside, and in this day you present outside.
Yeah, we worked also outside, but we wanted also to keep a bit of of the process, not to reveal so much. So it's a lot of work inside, but also outside. But also because of the sun and the condition, like it can be very tiring for the people to work also outside. So we balance that inside and outside.
Yeah, I first wanted to really build this connection as a group, to feel like we are one. Again, big words, but really to get into the state when you kind of one organism. And then just go there into the world and see what will happen.
Okay, and what is your plan to the next week?
Wow, next week. So far away, huh?
Far away, yeah.
Yeah.
We are coming back to Ukraine, to Kiev. And we will be teaching a workshop there, contact improvisation. And then we see, because now there is this situation in Kiev that we talk even with our friends that you can't know longer than one day, because
just everything changes
very fast in Ukraine, and sometimes you have to shift to some maybe more safe place or city. So that's why it's plans and doesn't work somehow.
So you are very.
You can't really plan. You can plan if you're abroad. I mean, if you're not in Ukraine. But we going to be there, so we will see.
But I hope that you come back to Poland to the next project. And today, thank you very much.
Thank you. We enjoyed.
Thank you. Yeah, we enjoyed. And bridges across the world and across people and across hearts. This is.
Actually, I don't know if I should say that, but we felt really big support from Polish people community in general, in terms of that you kind of understand how do we feel with this situation we have in Ukraine. You really have a space to feel that. Not all the countries kind of. So yeah.
Yeah, during the festival, during this project, it was a lot of support,
Big support.
and a lot of genuine dialogue, and hey, I see you, you see me, kind of a thing there. So, yeah, human to human. So it was beautiful. So that empowers that and gives energy to go and continue the work, whatever that
Work and life.
be.
Life.
Yeah, because now it's kind of, the distance between them has kind of disappeared. Is the life, the principles and the work that we put in these projects it's in the life and the same. They link into each other. It's the same way of living and creating.
Thank you, and see you next.
See you.
Thank you.